Hi, welcome back. A few months ago, I had done a podcast where I talked about a young Michelangelo. As a very young boy, was working on a small piece of marble which was there next to his house. And as he was chiseling away on this marble piece, the king passed through and he asked him, "What is it you're doing on this marble piece?" And without even looking up, Michelangelo said, "I'm trying to bring out the angel inside this marble." So we all know Michelangelo is recognized as one of the greatest artists who have ever lived in our century or in our lifetime. So we always think or we always relate to artists as people who are creative or people who are working in creative fields or people who have that capability to do creative things. But if you actually think through, there is an opportunity for creativity in every field that we are in. Let me explain that with a small example. A few weeks back, I happened to go to one of my classmates and friends for dental work. And to be honest, I'm very afraid about doing this dental stuff, and I keep on prolonging and not doing these things. But fortunately, since being a friend and a classmate, I would say I got the courage to go and sit in front of him. So since I said since I was afraid about the whole thing, I kept my eyes closed. But being the inquisitive person that I am, my ears were wide open, and I was hearing, the request that he was giving. Give me this thing, give me that tip, give me this tip, give me that kind of tape. So what was running through my mind was, here was one person, a very busy person who was trying to do his best in what he was doing. And when he finished working on my teeth and he showed me the teeth, I was actually surprised because I couldn't actually see what was the difference between the place where he had worked on and what was my normal teeth. So in fact, I did tell him, "Yeah, you are not a doctor, you're an artist." So this kind of opportunities, whether we work in sales, whether we work in marketing, whether we are in operations, whether we are in data science, whether we are in MIS, whichever fields that we are in, there is always an opportunity to do it. A few things that we need to keep in mind to bring out this artist in us are, one is it to have that passion. Most of us start out with a passion, but a lot of this passion gets lost out on the way. So how do you keep that passion alive throughout our journey? How do you stay consistent throughout the journey? It is consistency which differentiates a Sachin Tendulkar from a Vinod Kambli, and that is why consistency is so important to discovering that artist in you. It's also important to be innovative. The world that we live in, there is changes happening so fast. Whichever field you are in, there is so much of drastic changes happening that if you don't identify, keep yourself open, be receptive to those changes, you will be left behind and you will not be able to be as efficient as the other people who are there around you. So it's important that we adapt to these three things to discover the artist in you. And I think the last and perhaps the most important is to stay focused. In today's world, you have so many things to distract you. It might be social media, it might be friends, it might be food, it might be short apps like this, whatever it is. So it's important to stay focused in whatever you want to do in your life. If you're interested in knowing more about rediscovering or discovering the artist in you, please visit my LinkedIn page, Rijo's Business Bites, or my website, rijofrancis.com. Before I conclude, the person that I was referring to, this episode is dedicated to Dr. Binu Augustin, who is my classmate and friend, and who also is the HOD in Rajagiri Hospital, Aluva. Till we meet next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.